Dairy giant Danone South Africa will this week launch the country's first library made from upcycled yogurt tubs. Yes, you heard me correctly. The unique library is constructed using lightweight bricks, the equivalent, if you can imagine, of 1 million upcycled tubs. The Tubs2Classrooms initiative is part of Danone's project to showcase the value of waste. For more on this, the company's head of corporate affairs, Leanne Kiezer, joins me now. A very good morning, Leanne. Happy Sunday. Genius, this idea of repurposing the yogurt tubs. Talk to me about it.
What an exciting idea and opportunity to share with you. So thank you so much, Will, for this opportunity this morning. So first of all, I'd like to invite everyone to join me in celebrating the beginning of World Literacy Week or National Book Week in South Africa. And Danone Southern Africa in particular is celebrating this week with something really unique and special. And that is that we are donating a library to a township-based primary school in Vosloorus in Gauteng. And this library isn't any old regular library, but really it's one that showcases the value of waste and the potential of recycling, because the library actually uses bricks which were made from upcycled, recycled yogurt tubs. So it's a lot of concepts, it's a lot of messaging, but we're really excited about launching this library this week, made purely from recycled yogurt tubs to showcase the value of waste for learners and really celebrate the importance of literacy and the ability to read.
And of course, Leanne, I mean, when we look at numbers, right, we see about 19 tons of plastic waste and the collection of about 86,000 yogurt tubs, right? And I imagine that number, grows even higher with each year that passes. And what numbers are we looking at the moment in as far as the collection that has gone into building the school in Vosloorus?
Yeah. So maybe just to share a bit of background about the campaign and how we've gone about collecting these yogurt tubs. Education is key when it comes to the topic of recycling, and it's something that Danone is really passionate about. And of course, beginning with learners and learners at schools as a starting point for education, we can all agree is a great, great idea, because learners are the future. They can become advocates for recycling. And if you can teach young children to become recyclers in their early lives, they obviously grow up and adopt those habits into adulthood. So what Danone has done is we've gone to primary schools and activated them as yogurt tub collection points. So we do education with the learners about the importance of recycling, and that after they've enjoyed their delicious, nutritious yogurt, they should actually clean out that yogurt tub, collect the tub and keep it aside. And then Danone in turn will collect those tubs and together with our upcycling partners, convert those tubs into bricks, and then use those bricks to build structures like the library that we're launching in Vosloorus this week, or really any structure that you could imagine. It could be a learning center or a classroom. And so, yes, what does it take? In this particular structure that we're launching this week, the library is about 7 by 7 meters, so almost 50 meters squared, and it actually converted the equivalent of 1 million old used yogurt tubs into bricks to create the structure. And so, the idea with the messaging and the idea with the campaign is really to let schools, learners, consumers, anyone who's listening know that your yogurt tub, although it's just, appears to be a flimsy piece of plastic, if treated correctly and placed into a recycling stream, can actually have a second life solution, and it can have a very useful purpose, creating value for our communities.
How excited were the learners when you, what feedback are you getting from the learners themselves when you launch this campaign and them knowing that they can be part of the value chain of recycling waste?
Learners are incredible beings, really. There is no better touch point for this kind of messaging for the reasons I said just now, that they become recycling advocates for life. But learners really have a lot of power because they can actually influence the people around them to collect more and to do more. So when we launched this recycling campaign and this education message, we launched it with a competition attached to it. 100 schools were activated as yogurt tub collection points in the Gauteng area. And basically, they entered into a competition element where the school that collected the most yogurt tubs would win a 10,000 Rand cash prize from Danone. And so, wow, I have to admit that the amount of energy that came from these learners to collect the tubs, not only did the activating schools participate, but what we saw was that schools were partnering up with other schools down the road to really help boost their numbers in collections. And it really then became a community project that sort of really caught momentum within this Vosloorus and Gauteng area. So not only are the learners themselves benefiting from the message of recycling, but they amplify the message to the school down the road, to their grannies and grandpas and anyone who will listen about the importance of a yogurt tub and the fact that it should be recycled. So their reaction has been phenomenal. And the actual launch and opening of the library that we're mentioning is taking place this Thursday on the 7th of September. And I really look forward to seeing the learners' reaction there. But in the meantime, we do know that, well, the beneficiary school is called Nageng Primary School, and the principal of the school has given us such incredible reinforcement and appreciation for the work that's being done. We have to commend the school as being an excellent showcase of collecting yogurt tubs, proving that recycling is something interesting and exciting for learners, because this school themselves were the best yogurt tubs collectors in our whole competition and community. And you know, the library that we're producing not only serves the learners of the school, but also serves the surrounding community. And so it's one of those schools and a group of learners that really are passionate about the topic of recycling and being aware of their environment. And we really just wanted to celebrate them and share their success.
Listen, Leanne, congratulations to you and your team, and all the best for Thursday. I imagine you'd like to roll this out nationally. Are there plans of such just in the works?
Well, absolutely. So, you know, this work is all part of Danone's impact journey, which is talking about regenerating and protecting nature. And of course, the responsible use of plastic and making sure that plastic has an end-of-life solution is a very important step in that roadmap. And so we are committed. You know, Danone is already 99% recyclable in terms of the material that it uses and places onto the market. But we still feel that over and above that, we have a role in helping consumers to really stimulate recycling. Just because a piece of plastic is recyclable doesn't mean it's necessarily being recycled. And so we have a role to play in stimulating schools and learners and consumers to really step up and do their part after they've enjoyed their delicious yogurt to help us recycle those yogurt tubs. And so our messaging won't stop here. Although this library that we're launching on Thursday is the first showcasing the potential of waste, we've actually planned to build a second classroom this year with all the remaining yogurt tubs that are being collected. And yes, it's absolutely our ambition that through the support of partners like the Imperial and Motus Community Trust, for example, Interwaste, who is a waste management partner, Pick and Pay School Club, who have been the education platform helping us reach these different schools, it is absolutely our goal to scale up the work that we're doing, involve more schools, and really make it sort of a back of mind good habit for all consumers in South Africa, particularly children, that after they've consumed their yogurt, they should recycle their yogurt tub to make another library or another classroom for a school just like theirs.